Most of you look confused as fuck right now. I know what you're all thinking. Who ordered Stephen Hawking off of Wish.com? We look similar, but the difference is, Stephen Hawking is smart, and I tell dick jokes. He might be smarter than me, but I would beat him in a race. Unless a hill is involved, then I'm screwed. We also have different conditions. He had amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, and I am Canadian. I'm French Canadian, on my left side.
If there's more, everybody, hold on. If there's more that you want to do, you just go. And then whenever you want to be done, you be done. Here's Ahren Belisle.
I didn't hear the kitten over the roaring fucking applause.
Ahren Belisle is a freak of nature. Every comedian I have ever seen has relied almost entirely on their voice. But Ahren Belisle was able to master comedy within 6 months without ever speaking a word.
My disability isn't even the weirdest thing about me. The most shocking thing is that I'm circumcised. You might be asking yourself, why is that weird? It's pretty common. Well, it's weird because when I was a baby, I was suffocating with an umbilical cord wrapped around my neck, and they look at me, and they're like, nope, this won't do it all. And they looked at me dying, and they said, oh no, grab the knife. Look at that nasty dick.
But how did this happen? How did someone with no voice become one of the funniest comedians alive?
I did stand up for the first time in Portugal last winter. Interestingly enough, I went to a show and the comics convinced me to try it. I've been doing it seriously for 6 months, hustling every weekend.
6 months? You're kidding me. 6 fucking months. Holy shit. I guess you've always been funny. This is a longer answer than I expected.
Please hold.
Oh, I love it.
I've always been disabled, which kind of forced my hand.
Lucky for us, it turns out Ahren actually posted that first set on YouTube, and he absolutely killed it.
So before I start, let's talk about what you're all wondering, the elephant in the room. Yes, it is true. I am Canadian. But don't you worry, I have come to terms with it. And I do not mind if you stare. This is my first time doing comedy. I hope you like it, but if you don't, take a lesson from me and say nothing. You should know that if you heckle me, my dog is trained to go for the vocal cords. Unless all of you, digital nomads, want to be Canadian just like me, everything out of your mouth better be a laugh. Dating is probably the hardest thing for me. I guess people just don't find me attractive, you know, being Canadian and all. Dating, sometimes people say shit like, oh, it must be hard to be Canadian. It's amazing. I love. No way. It's amazing. I love it. There are so many benefits, for instance, I know this. Well, I get slightly better parking, and I get women telling me that it is great to meet a guy who cannot talk back. And I mean, who doesn't want to be valued for their ability to shut the fuck up? So, I'm not sure if you all noticed this, but I also happen to have a disability. I'll give you all a minute to come to terms with that shock. I have cerebral palsy, brain damage caused in infancy. It affects muscle control, but not intelligence in my case. That's why I'm such a comedic genius.
Ahren is a comedic genius, but he's also way more than that. He's living proof that if you want something bad enough, there is nothing in the world that can stop you. He played the hand he was dealt, went all in, and is now living his dream as a result.
Big picture, I want a comedy career. I want to make a living doing things I enjoy and making people laugh, sharing my story. And in honor of that goal, I think the best thing to ask for in this moment is a golden ticket.
Wow. That's a lot. Nobody's ever asked for it. It's only been given out once in our entire 2.5 years in Austin, Texas. Only 8 or 9 people around the world have a golden ticket, which Roseanne's asking me, which I'll tell you, that is something that means that they can perform on any show, anytime, any Kill Tony. They can do a new minute and an interview, any show, wherever it is in the world. If they're there, they get to be on this show. And goddamn it, you know what? I'll call your fucking bluff. You're a new golden ticket winner, Ahren Belisle.
I want to be real for a sec.
Yeah.
Growing up in my situation was really shitty. I wanted to be understood, and nobody wanted to listen. And it made me depressed for 25 years. Then I started therapy and comedy and got on Kill Tony, and now I'm making a living having fun. People care what I have to say, and it's partly because I work 80 hours a week like I have 8 arms. But it all started here. You're always doing what you can to help, and I really appreciate that. I'm speaking the language of comedy, which turns out to be my real voice, from a guy who has always wanted to be heard. Thank you.
Within a year, Ahren went from banging out open mics to selling out arenas. That is unheard of in the history of comedy. He has inspired hundreds of thousands of people, not just with his comedy, but with the undeniable proof that limitations mean nothing when you refuse to accept them.
Time for Ahren Belisle, everybody.
Before I started performing, I was the only mute person I knew. But now I've got all these fucking mute people coming to my shows. Every time they laugh, it sounds like mating season in the Arctic. I've been forced to demand all wheelchair ramps be removed from my shows. I don't need any more walrus fuck sounds from the darkness. If this keeps up, I'm gonna bring in the Alaskan Seal Clubber Association for crowd control. These people are crazy, man. One mute chick's mom kept trying to get me to mate with her. She's all, my daughter is just like you. Feel her titty. I have nothing against girls in wheelchairs, but we should at least wait for her to wake up before I touch her boobies.